And we are live. Hey, friends. Friends. Isn't that a sweet word? I usually say sweet friend when I'm talking to my besties by text message. I say, hello, sweet friend. It's just a sweet word. Y'all, we are going to case the catalog. Now, case means it's an acronym for copy and share everything. Now, some people say it differently, but that's the way I was taught from the gurus at Stampin' Up. Copy and share everything. I'm using this catalog here. This is the current one. It goes to May 5th. So we're about halfway through it. And have they sold out of some things? Why, yes, they have. Slow boats from China. I mean, I don't know. But I do know that the storybook moments, which I happen to love, I'll show them to you. Sheila, blown in from very windy Kansas, wind gusts up to 80. Whew. Lots of semis blown over on the highway, roofs blown off buildings. I'm looking for the shutoff switch, but hadn't found. Bless it, Sheila. Do you have some duct tape and rope? You're gonna need it. I mean, it sounds like a murder starter kit, but I'm just saying, duct tape and rope, duct tape and rope. Hey, Kathy Vernon. Hey, Angela. I'm so happy to see all of y'all here. And there's Heidi. Hey, hey. So, y'all, Stampin' Up has sold out of some things. Rude, but they have. And this particular set, Storybook Moments, I happen to love Peter Cottontail. Well, there's Denise. Hello, made it in time to hit the concession stand. Got my Pepsi and popcorn. I'm ready for the show. Yay! And you didn't have to stand in line because you got there first. Way to go. Sheila's trying to get there, but the wind is just blowing her back. Um, this is some of the papers, and this one right down here is selling out like crazy. Anyway, my friend Christina and I are waiting for it to come back in. Okay, so tonight, y'all, I'm gonna case the catalog. CASE means copy and share everything. And did I lose my place? Why, yes, I did. Hey, Deborah Gray. Sheila, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. You know, we have a lot of wind here down in Statesboro, Georgia. We are near, oh, here it is. We are near Savannah. And my husband has these sails, like they're wind sails is what they're called. And there's they're strung between poles near the pool, and there's lights and everything. So he had to climb up on a ladder and get the sails down because they've already proven they don't like the high wind. Heidi, I told my hubby I couldn't watch Trump's address to the nation because I had to watch my friend Kathy Bow relish. Yes. I didn't know Trump was addressing tonight. I need to watch it. Hey, Dana, I'm so glad to see you here. Okay, y'all, I'm going down to the desk now and just show y'all what we got. Okay, here's what we got going. Now, this is in this catalog, the mini catalog that's going until May 5th, I think I said. Let me see. May 5th, yes, it started in January. It's going through to May, yada, yada. I looked at this Bokeh effect, and if you know anything, oh, okay, he comes on at 9, Heidi. Thank you. Denise, I am from the Oklahoma Panhandle. Statesboro is pretty mild. Oh, Denise, when we were uh just before we got engaged, my husband took a job out in Guyman, Oklahoma, and I said no, no. So he had to come here to marry me and keep me down here in the South where I can say y'all. Anyway, this is a bokeh effect, and it's some sort of photography thing that I know this tiny bit about. That you put your image, you put a background like that. Anyway, it's supposed to look really cool. So I do not have this paper, nor do I have these flutterbys, but I have some paper and I have some butterflies. So we're going to work with what I got, right? Okay. So I will show you a few things. One is to do the butterfly. I've got this. Oh, Denise, you came from Gaiman? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk. And I might be anti-Gaiman, but that's only because I was 17 and I wasn't going. Anyway, you see the different color on it? That all that is. There we go. That's right about there. You can see the marker. It doesn't matter. You can squiggle. All right. So let's just say I want some bright pink squiggles. I'm using an alcohol marker, and this is this glittery paper does not come off. Okay, it's not going to come off on us. But I'm just going to fill in. You see how the pink is showing up like this, and that's so you can cut something out and have variegated colors. All right. Now that's what we're going to do. We're going to use a piece like this. Look at him running over here. These are magnets, y'all. These two. Sheila is 45 miles from Oklahoma state line and Panhandle. Oh my word, you guys. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's a wonderful place, but I was not going to Gaiman. No, he sent me pictures. Now, y'all, this was 1974 and 75. And he sent me pictures of tumbleweeds. Yes, tumbleweeds. Y'all, tumbleweeds. No. All right, I put some pink on there. Now I'm going to put some, what is this? Dark Azure Afternoon. And I'm using the brush tip. I'm just going over it here and there where the butterfly wings might go. Okay. It's getting a little color there. Now, y'all, I have some paper from, I'm quite sure I bought it at Pop Shelf, which is like an upscale dollar store. This is not it, because it does not behave. It will not. It's so thin, and it's got like a plasticky layer under there, so it doesn't cut. It doesn't cut well at all. But you see all this big old mess right here. Okay. Here are some butterflies. This is the one we're going to use. He lives in here. This is just called butterflies. It's very old because Sheila says tumbleweeds are a problem. What do they do? I mean, like, do they get in your way? Are they prickly? I think they're prickly, and I think they get in your way. But I could be wrong. These are old, but why would I go buy more butterflies when I got butterflies? Okay, I even have this big guy right here from Tim Holtz. It's huge. Like, you only use, either you can use it in a scrapbook, which is fabulous, or you can use it on a part of your card. But he's really big. And I got a monarch butterfly from Stampin' Up! Over there. So I got plenty of butterflies. We're going to need this piece of vellum. We're going to need this piece of whatever this is. Glimmer paper. Glimmer, that's it. Glimmer. Hey, Darlene, I'm so glad to see you here tonight. Heidi, when I was a kid, we drove through Oklahoma, thought it would be nice to bring home a tumbleweed. That weed lasted 3 minutes. It kept sticking us. Oh, okay. Denise said they fill the yards and roads. Yeah, here's the thing, y'all. I'm not adventurous, and the older I get, the less adventurous I am. Like, I just want to be home. I have friends that long to travel. I want to travel from my studio to my recliner to my nap station, which is a dog bed. It's actually my bed, but our bed, but the dogs claim it. Sheila says, yes, it will damage your car, especially in the winds like today. Oh, my word, Sheila. And there's nothing y'all can do about them? I mean, do they have like an annual burning of the tumbleweeds? Hey, Gloria Wolf, I'm so glad to see you here. And Denise Gloria says hi. Y'all, we're going to use our little guy here. And we are just casing the catalog using what I've got. Now you see, I'm just landing it on there. I mean, it's a butterfly; it has to land, right? And here we go. I'm just using what I've got to create something in the catalog that I think is pretty, and I've got all kinds of little extras I'm going to be doing to this one. And y'all, I am running it through 3 times, just because it's a pretty stout piece of glimmer paper. That might be all the die cutting we're doing. Okay, see our little perfect little butterfly. Now you could use this as a stencil if you want. There's a lot of things you can do to this, especially if you do it in the middle of your paper. You could put you could stamp your butterfly, cut the hole, stamp it, put all kinds of little pieces here like this. These pieces came out of a butterfly cut up, and they could be like shaker things. And the same thing's going to happen here. We're going to cut it out, and it's going to be shaker thingies. And I'm probably going to keep them because I'm look at that. Get on out of there. Probably going to keep the little pieces. I don't know. Now, y'all, these things here, this is from Sizzix, and it's a brush thing. Look at all the pieces. They are so pretty. I have to show y'all close up. Look close up at how pretty they are. See how pretty? Who wants to throw those away? Not me. My dog just went, Y'all hear him? Hear her, rather. She's the OG. I keep telling Cooper she's his grandma and he needs to quit body slamming her. All right, I'm just going to move this guy. Just go ahead and run this over. If you don't have one of these, it's okay. You can use a Gloria Wolf pokey tool and poke out your pieces, or you can wrap it around something kind of circular like this, which I don't really want to do with this one because I'd like it to keep its shape, but you can. What else? Let's see. We're going to save all the little pieces. And y'all, listen, I've had a rough week. I mean, it's Tuesday. But let me tell you, Ninja Man and I had not been that sick in so long. And I had a coughing fit just before I went live, and he came running in with some cough drops, and I got my drink over here. It's a boring drink. Don't get excited. And I mean, I'm just like, once in a while we get to coughing. So then, y'all, we go to the skin doctor today. There he is. Isn't that, y'all, I could make these all day long. Angela, yes, Angela says that glitter butterfly is stunning. I could make this all day long. And all I did, y'all saw me, I just scribbled color onto my glimmer paper. I do not like paper, glitter paper where it comes off on your skin and you wear glitter for the next 10 years. I don't like those. Stampin' Up, I don't know who else, but Stampin' Up has glimmer paper, and that's pretty much all I deal with. Like, I don't think I even have any glitter paper anymore. If I do, it's a mistake and it's been overlooked. Okay, I'm gonna save these for this little bag. Oh, tricks. But yeah, we haven't been that sick in I don't even know how long. And today we went to the skin doctor, and I just told him he had to look at my knee, which is fine. It's just old people marks, is what he said. We Ninja Man and I both have old people marks. But y'all, I wore leggings because I thought we're gonna have to get naked up there in the doctor's office, right? So I wore leggings with a long t-shirt. Don't be nervous. It was a long shirt. It's actually the shirt I'm wearing. Sheila says, "Beautiful butterfly, thank you." Gloria, he's better now. I hope he's not in the hospital now. Hey, Heather Whitty. Yes, the glimmer paper is beautiful. And then I had just colored it, just abstract. Oh, hello. Abstract colored it, and it turned out beautiful. Anyway, y'all, so I had to tell the doctor because he's young and he's kind of cute. I don't mean like he's handsome. I mean he's just cutesy, like your little brother. And I said to him, I have a disclaimer. And he said, "What's that?" And I said, "I didn't shave my legs for this. It's not a date." And he just laughed. Okay, y'all. So I cut out vellum, and I'm deciding. I'm deciding. I probably will decide last if I actually want to put the vellum on top. But if I do, it's going to be like this. It's going to go. I mean, to me, all the butterflies need this. But that is so pretty right there. Okay, now let's make our paper. Okay, all right. This is going to be the bokeh effect. If you're just now coming on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Why didn't I mark it? Because that would make sense. Here it is. See that paper right there? Oh, good, Gloria. I'm glad he's home. That paper right there. We're just gonna mock up some. Okay, you can put it straight up from Stampin' Up! Like that, but you can also mock it up. Now I have Tim Holtz Distress inks. All right, these little tins. I have a few of them here. All right, and then I've got this big one right here. Okay, so what we're going to use is one of the babies, the little distress inks from this little group. Okay, and it's a purpley color, and I'm just going. This is a magnetic glass plate here, and it's going to take just a minute to get everything on here like I want it. Okay, but anyway, so we went to the doctor today. We always go together, whatever kind of doctor it is. We went to a different doctor yesterday because Ninja Man's got things doing. And it's a small town. Like everybody knows our son and his family, which is really cute. Really cute. The heart doctor that we saw yesterday, his daughter invited our granddaughter to Disney World, and she went to Disney with that doctor and his family. It was so cute. And I'm just like, oh, that was y'all. Okay. Anyway, we met him yesterday, and we've already met his daughter because she comes here swimming for the birthday parties and stuff. And then today we actually have met her several times. Our skin doctor's PA, or whatever she is. No, anyway, whatever her title is. She went to college with our son and his wife. It's a small town, but I tell you what, everybody knows everybody. And they find out we're Bohannons, and they got all kinds of questions. Are you John Bohannon's mom? Why, yes, I am. But I've been hearing that now for close to 40 years. The boy leaves a mark. He does. Okay, so my idea here is just to swish this on. Okay, let's get it swishing. I sure hope I picked the right one. I think I did. But I do want more on here. And I'm just using a blending brush. It's like a makeup brush. I get mine from Amazon. I don't need the fancy ones. Y'all know I'm a cheap date. I went to the skin doctor with a hairy leg. I'm not going to say if the other leg was hairy, but y'all can guess. But it's so funny. The assistant, she's like, "Hey, it's wintertime. You don't need to worry about that." And I said, "No." And I said, "And I'm not dating. My husband won't let me date. So, why would I shave that leg?" Right? It's like, um, I would have shaved both of them, but um, it just wasn't that big a deal. And it's like this, y'all. I want to lose weight. I want to lose about 80 pounds, but I only want to do it on one side so everybody will know how hard I tried. Just take one glance and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, she has been trying so hard." I'm talking total strangers that had never seen me before. Just one side. Okay, we are, y'all know I ain't right. This is just water. Darlene, how's the weather down your way? Wind is blowing really bad here and it's going to rain. Darlene, we are expecting some big old strong winds that are probably not going to be happy at all. Now, y'all, this is just a round tip brush, and this one is from Spellbinders. I kind of think it might have been a freebie. I don't know, but I'm really happy to have it. It's just a circle, you know. Now, I have noticed that I've kind of uncircled the end, but it still works out if you kind of wiggle it around. But y'all see how we're getting these circles on here, the bokeh effect. My friend Heather is a photographer. She may be able to explain how bokeh effect is used in photography. How's that for putting you on the spot there, my friend? I mean, I'm not sure. Angela may know too, because Angela, she's taken a gazillion photos in her career as a journalist. All right, let's see. Boop. We're just getting there, y'all. Now, even though this is not as soft as this right here, it's not as soft. I still like it. I do. I like it. Angela says, "Loving the paper." Thank you. I'm just seeing what would happen if I kind of went around the circles a little bit more. But this Distress ink, this ink right here, it is this one is called Seedless Preserves. And it is it does not tell me. Anyway, it's a distress ink and you can do cool things with it. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going around and in between and all that stuff right here. I don't even have pictures to show you of anything cool that happened this week because nothing has. I'm going to be straight up honest. I've spent quite a bit of time napping in the bed. First of all, I was sick, and then it was my grandchild's birthday, and grandchild is alive and well, doing great. But we are not part of that family anymore, and without going into great detail or anything like that, there's days that I'm just like, nope, not doing it today, and I roll over, and Ninja Man brings me food and coffee and water and checks on me constantly, and then takes me out somewhere, and then I'm good to go. That's right. So you do what you got to do, right? You do what you got to do. Okay, that is our paper. Hey, Miss Janet, I'm so happy to see you here tonight. Sheila said the paper's pretty. Thank you. Now, I want y'all to think about this. First of all, the paper does get ripply because it's just cardstock, y'all. Okay, should we do this on watercolor? Watercolor paper? Why, yes, we should. Did I? No. I might try it next time. This is one that's dried. I love it. I love everything about this. And I can cut this into pieces. I could, if I wanted to, I could cut strips and put purple, pink, purple, pink, purple, pink, and pink, purple, pink, purple, right? I could do that. There's a whole lot of things you can do with this. You can take a fine marker. Darlene, I have 5, 2 of which are not communicating, and they are 10 and 13. It's really the parents that are, anyway. And then I have 3 ages 16, 13, and 9. And they think we hung the moon, and we think they did too. We think our other 2 grandchildren hung the moon too. You can go around these with a marker and just define patterns if you want. There's so many things you can do with this. Janet, guess what I did on Sunday? Did some wax seals. Your Hardy Pen Pal sent you a kit for a late Christmas present. Oh, that is awesome. Did you love it, Miss Janet? I know you did. I know you did. Okay, so this is just to show y'all. All right. This is another show and tell. Now, let me tell you what happened here. Gloria, yes, it's a different pattern. There's no 2 alike. It's definitely different. Okay, so what I did here, just for testing it, I took my ink and scrubbed it on here, and I didn't really love that. So here is where I used the blending brush and then dotted it. And these dots are a lot more muted than these. So I don't know what I did different there. I might have used more water here than here. I don't know. Here's another one that I was practicing with. This is the I think it's called Tumbled Glass Distress. And this one, it would be, I don't know. Hang on. Let me look at this. Pretty sure I used these. Speckled egg. Okay, the speckled egg is that bluish color right there. Oh, hello, sorry. Right there is the speckled egg. Darlene, I have 8 grandkids, 2 great grandkids, and 2 on the way, April and May. Congratulations. And what color was this other one? Was it Broken China? Yeah, I think it was Broken China. So, there we go. Okay, so let's make our card. All right, we've got our background. Kind of want to dry that off a little bit. We've got our glass mat that just cleans right up. It does better with a baby wipe, but you know, I'm just kind of getting the ink off. Okay. So we have, let me see how I want to do this. I am putting a black background. The way that Gina K, you can just go to GINAK.com. Watch her on all the things because she's brilliant. And she always has a black background. It just kind of makes everything a little classier. Several things you could do here. You could cut out the butterfly. You could lay this on the cutout, and you could have your little doodly doos floating around in the back. These things just floating around. Okay, you don't want the white ones showing, but you know what I mean. But we are just going to create the card front as is, and this is hang on. Okay, 8.5 folded in a half is 4 1/4. Ooh, a fine mist over the inked paper. Gloria. Good idea. please hold. I happen to have in my possession a fine mist. I would like it looking softer. Let's see. Here we go. It can't hurt it, y'all. It's a fine mist. And a lot of the distressed inks, you do use a fine mist thing. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Denise, so the smaller ink pad used tonight is different from the oxide. That would explain why the papers look different. The oxide is softer. It's definitely softer. Distress oxide, and these are distress inks. Yeah, okay, that explains it. Hey, Miss Jane, how are you? We might need a little bit more of this. Jane, we are just casing the catalog tonight. And I don't use the Tim Holtz inks very often because I really want to use them exactly how I should. And I'm not a pro, you know. But we're going for the bokeh effect. Okay. I like it. I like it, Denise. Good idea. Let's see. No, that was Gloria. Gloria, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're just going to dry it real quick so the glue doesn't get mad at us. Let's see. Oh, so we had the doctor visit today where I didn't shave my legs. But that's okay. We're not dating. My husband won't let me date doctors or anybody for that matter. Darlene says this is very pretty. Thank you. But y'all, I had to have a place burned off my lip. He burned it off before. It's pre-cancer, and he said, yeah, there's a little bit left. Let's go ahead and knock that out. And then we have to stare at my husband's arm for a particular place for the next couple of weeks. Darlene said when she worked at the fabric store, they had fabric like this. Very cool. Now, Gloria, I believe that really softened it up. I like it. Okay. Now, we are going to glue it down to here. But first, do y'all remember the other day when I showed you bgoodlettering.com? Letter B, goods with an S, lettering.com. And I bought these. Oh my word. Plus this, y'all. I am absolutely smitten with the ribbon. I really am. I really am smitten with the ribbon. Where'd I go? Here we go. All right. I don't want to waste any of it. This is just, it's like, it's precious. I mean, I don't want to waste any of it, y'all. So I'm going to be very choosy on how I use it. Now, having said that, I do want to show y'all something special about it. Okay, say that you wanted to use this ribbon, but you wanted it a different color. All right, you could just come back through with your ink right there. Isn't that pretty? But I'm not going to do the whole thing because I really want white. Heidi said, Joanne's fabric store in Georgia going out of business. I'm so sad. Yes, everywhere. They're gone. Gloria, it blended it more and softened the color. I think so too. I think so too. Now you can really see where I colored the ribbon. And that's one of the reasons I didn't order a bunch of colors. Was because I knew I could color it, whatever I want it to be. Oh, and let's just talk about these nails for just a minute. These are the pop-off, pop-on kind, and the reason I call it pop-off, pop-on is that's what they do. Y'all, I can't be trusted for girly things. Like if I'm wearing, I have experience with wearing a fine gown to a very big event. It had tulle, it had satin, it had lace. There were 3 layers to the skirt. I was pretty sure back then that Diana, Princess of Wales, would have been absolutely jealous of my beautiful dress, except for the fact that I pulled it up in the restroom, and y'all know what happened. It got stuck up in my pantyhose. Um, so that happened, and another time I was wearing a beautiful silk dress, not fancy, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and went to the restroom at work, walking through the break room, my little high heels, had my little hose on. Guess what was stuck up all up in my dress? No, stuck up all in my pantyhose. That silky dress, and I mean, I was just beaming whoever wanted to get beamed. I was just like, walking, everything hanging out. So naturally, if I'm going to try and wear fake fingernails, they are going to go flying off, right? And that's exactly what they do. So if anything goes flying off, all I can say is just duck. Just duck. It's just me. It's just, this is who I am. We can't change it. Pooh, I always do that backwards. There we go. All right. We can't change it. There's not much we can do about it. It's all just being Kathy Bell. That's it. Do not try it at home. Now I'm deciding. And because this ribbon is so beautiful, I really think I want this vellum on top of him. All right. But let's look at the greeting before. Uh-oh, come on now. Come on, greeting. Oh, and by the way, my friend Angela, she and I were talking the other day, and I wrote down this quote. She heard it from somewhere. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Now, isn't that something to remember? I think so. Thinking of you with sympathy and prayers. And it's got the little gold background here, and then this. Now, they are exactly the same size. Okay, right there. Well, guess what? We're going to cut it. We're going to cut it right smack down the middle. And I'll show you why. Because when you cut it right smack down the middle, whack, you can put it just a little bit far away from one another. And we're going to put glue and glue. And we are going to glue here and make sure it's lined up on the back. All right. And then we are going to glue here like this. Right there. So you see we've got some sticking out here. We got some sticking out here. Heidi, I'm the kind of friend who would have told you your dress was stuck up in your hose and I would laugh my tail off. Or I may have laughed first. Oh. And that's why I hang around with folks like you, Heidi, is because we do not even need to be drinking women. These things just happen. And the only kind of friends I can have are the ones that are going to laugh with me over that because, hello, I mean, it's too funny. But I'll tell you, the one that happened at work, a man was in the break room, and he was what they call punch drunk. He had been a fighter, and he was something had happened to his brain, and he had to quit fighting. What do you call, not boxing, but not wrestling, but the fights, that people pay and go watch. That's what he was doing. And he watched me walk in, and I'm just smiling and pressing around. I've got on my pretty little high heels and my hose. And okay, hose are no longer allowed here at my house. Um, oh, Heidi, yes, you would have had to laugh first, and then I'd be like, wow, what is sticking out of me? Um, but yeah, so he's just sitting there and he watches me press on by, and I go to the drink machine, I get my drink, and he goes, Miss Kathy. I said, yes. His name was Randy. I think he said, that sure is a pretty dress. I said, thank you. And then he waited till I walked back, and he goes, Miss Kathy, and I'm at the door. I have walked by this man twice now. I said, yes, Randy. He goes, but it's stuck all up in your pantyhose. And I'm just like, no, no, please. But there was no trap door. I just had to do what I had to do. And that is right there in front of him and the good Lord. I had to just yank it all out from under my pantyhose. And I said, Randy, is that better? He goes, well, yes, ma'am, it's out. And I said, okay, thank you, dear. And I almost quit my job, but I mean, I really, it was traumatic. Well, hey, Doreen, I'm so glad you're here. Heidi, if we were the drinking kind, wow, everyone would have to watch it. I know. It just comes out before we think sometimes. Yes, it does. Y'all, I cut off this poor little extra guy that I had over here. I just cut off his body because you can see the business where I put the vellum. You can see the business. See the three dots? Yeah, we don't want that. So then, y'all, at the event that I was all dressed up for, there was a security woman. Thank goodness, bless her heart. She didn't know what she was coming into work for, but she got this. I go walking out of the bathroom, and she kind of takes me by the arm and spins me back around, and she goes, honey, you need to come with me. And I'm like, crap, I've been caught. What did I do? And y'all, she was like, honey, we got to fix that dress. Everything is stuck up in your pantyhose. Y'all, I had 3 layers. I had satin, I had chiffon, I had I don't know what, maybe 4 or 5 layers. I still had the skirt, but believe it or not, I kept the skirt. Now this is a big old greeting right here. I'm trying to figure out how. I think I'm gonna do it. Hang on. It was all kinds of skirt, y'all, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the preacher. Okay, so my son. Now this was my first faux pas. My son was probably, all right. I'm gonna put it up here and put the butterfly there. He was probably 6 months old, and I was holding him in church. I was on the front row. Um, do not ask me why I would have been on the front row, but y'all, I was on the front row. I'm just using this scrap right here because I think it'll do. And I'm wearing a satin blouse. The satin blouse has little pearl buttons. What I needed was what I needed was some burlap and some duct tape. Because the satin with the little pearl buttons that I thought was so pretty and all so prissy and all this, I had no idea that with this baby squirreling around in my chest would have unbuttoned the entire blouse. And it was just, and I was sweating because the baby is flipping. He's flipping like some sort of a sea monster, just flipping. And I was like just burning up. But everybody's facing forward, right? So I didn't even know. First of all, I didn't even know that my blouse was wide open, and there was the bra. Should I have worn a chamois, whatever they're called, a little tank top underneath? Why, yes, I had. Did I? No, I did not, because I didn't have one. We were house poor back then. But anyway, I see the preacher, he's preaching, and all of a sudden his eyes, they're like this big. And I'm thinking, what has happened to that poor man? I thought he was going to have him a stroke. And he kept turning his head. It's like he's seeing a train wreck, but there's no train. And I didn't know. I didn't know. And he kept trying not to look, and he was not looking. He was not looking. He's a man of God, and he was not looking. But he had to look every now and then because he had to keep looking over there so that the people would know he's still preaching to them too, right? Okay, so he looked over again and literally covered his eyes. And I looked down like, what has happened over here? And I looked down, y'all. My blouse was wide open. The bra, it was a nursing bra. So, hello. It was, you know, how things look when you're nursing. Anyway, that was there. And, yeah. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I flattened that baby against my chest and I went outside of that church. Right. Where did I go? Out in public. I went out in the parking lot and started putting my clothes back on. Now, why didn't I go to the bathroom? I don't know. I was young. I was in a hurry. I had brought the devil itself into the church. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I got to get out of here. Yep. That happened. Yep. After that, burlap duct tape. That's pretty much. I don't even need to try, y'all. That's why I don't try. I don't try. Everything's going to come off. Everything's going to come off. Okay, here we go, y'all. It says, thinking of you with sympathy and prayers. It's got the little butterfly. Angela, thank you. Angela said that card is so gorgeous. Thank you. Now, you could also run your vellum after you've cut it out. Okay, you've cut out the butterfly. You could run your vellum through a embossing folder and give it some sort of texture. Okay, not this, but I'm just saying you could put your vellum through there, give it some texture. There's so many things you could do. You could color the vellum. The vellum is just as pretty with all the different colors on it. But I love the butterfly, y'all. I think I'm going to have to stick that down just a wee bit. Okay. Yes, all those embarrassing moments. Yes, Doreen. And Doreen, I'm a I'm a Christian humorist, and I do get booked to speak with people. I don't know why, but they keep wanting me to come. Anyway, I didn't know I was in menopause, but I was, and y'all, it started raining. I started raining. Okay, I started raining right there at the podium, like pouring water. And then they wanted me to be first to eat because that's what they do with their guests of honor, right? But there should be a clause. If the guest of honor is pouring like a rainstorm, do not let her go first. So I'm trying to get my food, and I'm trying not to bend over anything because literally I'm pouring rain. But thankfully it was a bunch of women, so I pulled it off and I made them laugh about it. Sheila says, love it. Thank you. Deborah Gray says, beautiful. Thank you. Denise, that is a lovely card. Thank you. Darlene, that's so beautiful. Doreen, it's so pretty. Thank you. Janet, I just love listening to you. Janet, you know I love you. You know I do. Oh, my goodness. Hickabilly would never be the same without you. And actually, the Hardys. I mean, I'm a long distance Hardy friend too. Heidi, you're like me. I tell everyone you can't take me anywhere. If something goofy is going to happen, it will happen to me. Yes, yes, exactly, Heidi. Okay, there we go. Y'all, that's our card. That's our card. We'll do something for the inside. I don't know what yet. But we'll do something. Doreen. That's why I'm not a drinking woman, y'all, because everything would come off and I wouldn't really mean for it to, but it would, and then I'd be okay with that. Like I told the doctor today, he said, "Okay, let's see what's going on with your knee." And I said, Well, I have a disclaimer. I did not shave my legs because my husband says I cannot date and we're not dating. So I didn't even bother to shave my legs before I came. And he's like, that's okay. But y'all wasn't in the mood. I mean, I took a shower, washed my hair. What more does he want, right? And I don't wear makeup, y'all. I'll tell you why. I don't wear makeup all day, every day. I'm doing this all day. I'm just like, no, I'm not the dainty little. Uh, I'm not that. I'm not that girl. No, I'm not. I'm not. Anyway, that's the way God made me, or that's the way the '70s brought me up to this point. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Doreen saying, Miss Kathy Vernon, how are you? Kathy, I do hope things are better at home. I really do. I really do, with your sister and everybody. But y'all, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. We're running short again tonight, but that's okay. Next week I want to do a white on white with maybe a little pinkish on it. I'm not sure. I'm think excuse me, I'm thinking the card. I'm thinking the card. Okay. All right. Dana, I'm so real. I'm very real. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Love you guys. God bless y'all. Be praying for everybody that needs prayer, and we all need it, right? And I just appreciate all y'all being here. So thank you so much. Let's see. Good night, everyone. God bless you all from Miss Dana. Janet said, thank you, Kathy. Have a nice evening. Love you guys. And if you're watching the replay, please be sure and say hey and let me know it's a replay. And if you haven't subscribed for my YouTube channel, please do. Oh, Kathy, no. Oh, Sheila, I love you too, my friend. All right. God bless. And toodles.